Greetings, everyone. I'm excited to share my observation of leader-follower interactions with you. Now, this particular observation that I'm going to share with you is not from my personal interactions. It's from a conversation that I had with my partner, Skip. He's kind of like my leadership guru. He's a 20-year plus executive with the United States Postal Service. He's trained in a leadership program called Lean Six Sigma. It's a set of techniques and tools for process improvement. It's used in a lot of industrial sectors, like General Electric for one. It's kind of central to their operations. At any rate, you move through the ranks of this program in terms of belts, like karate. So my guy is a black belt and is about to be a master black belt and teach the course. So I'm sharing all this information with you because when most people think of the post office, they think of mail carriers or the clerks at the windows at the post office or going postal. But let me tell you, it's a complex process that does not sleep. Leadership in the post office works 24/7. It's common for them to have teleconferences at 10 p.m., 2 a.m., and then turn around and have another one at 6 a.m. They're on call 24/7, 7 days a week. And through it all, their number one goal is the customer. And every employee feels the pressure to serve us, their customer. Now, their leadership training is mindful, though, of employee motivation, their success, their satisfaction, because quite frankly, as we all know, without the employee, then the goal of customer satisfaction can't be achieved. Wow, okay, I get it. That's path goal theory. More so, this theory spotlights the ways in which leaders encourage and support their followers in achieving their goals by making the yellow brick road a clear and easy path to goals. And that's what the teleconferences focus on all day and all night. That's what they're doing, trying to keep clear the path to the goals. With that in mind, here's my case study. It warrants some more background information so you can better appreciate its work done. So Skip is really good at his job, and he should be for all the dinners and dance recitals and vacations that his job has interrupted. His district is rated number one in the country in several areas. So recently, because of that, he was promoted to an area lacking in leadership, a large metropolitan city serving nearly 4 million customers daily. They have well over 300 post offices, nearly 200,000 post office boxes, millions, almost 2 million deliveries a day that cover about 10,000 miles in driving. Huge. I hope you get that, right? All right, so with that data in place, here begins the scenario. It begins with the leader-member exchange theory. Many workers have identified their desire to accept more responsibility with the new leader on the block. And we know in-group employees benefit from more information, commitment, involvement, and communication. They are the ones that receive rewards in return for their extra work and more support from the leader. However, in turn, they supply the leader with more commitment, involvement, and in communication. So with that note, one of these in-group people mentioned a situation with a lower level manager, someone like a clerkish type person in a small run post office. So it had to do with repeated prank phone calls that this employee was receiving from a customer when the post office was closed. So the customer that was calling had a really heavy accent, and the employee couldn't make out what was going on, but they believed that the person was saying that they were coming to the post office, whether they liked it or not, and that they were going to get in, and it just seemed like a very desperate, scary situation. So in turn, the clerk was really frightened and really didn't know the protocol for such an event. So now starts the path goal leadership model. So Skip, my leadership guru, went to the post office to talk to the clerk, to support her, give her directions on how to manage this type of event in the future. Now, what is so awesome about this is that there are several layers of leadership between Skip and that clerk. There were at least 5 different other levels of management that could have handled that situation. It is unheard of for top management to go into the field with hands-on management. However, according to House and Mitchell, Skip demonstrated supportive leadership by considering the needs of the follower. He showed concern for her welfare. He tried to boost her self-esteem in a stressful position. He also began to build a friendly work environment. Because his unheard of visit to the post office spread quickly, he then received dozens of emails from his subordinates praising him for coming out into the field and supporting them. In turn, he employed directive leadership in the pathful theory by initiating the task of attending to the follower and then turning it over to subordinates. He told lower level management what needed to be done and guided them in specific standards or parameters of the procedures. He not only increased the clerk's sense of security and control of the situation, but sent a clear message of security and control throughout the hierarchy. Now, I will say that now that I have the vocabulary to understand his leadership styles, it's much more engaging to listen to his many workday stories and, of course, to eavesdrop on his teleconference call. But more so, might I add, I see how tricky he is in utilizing these in managing our family.